Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today is a Tasty Tuesday. Wow, I'm actually doing one of these. It's been a long time, but I have this recipe I found on Pinterest. I did a week or so ago with my family, and they all really like this recipe, so I wanted to share it. It's called Mexican shells, and to make this recipe, here's the stuff you'll need. So you need some jumbo shells. They're the shells you usually use for stuffing. So jumbo shells. I'm using a 12 ounce, but they actually asked for an 8 ounce. 10 ounce can of enchilada sauce, and 1 cup of salsa of your choice. I like cheese. 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning mix, and a small chopped onion. They call it for yellow, but I think that's a sweet onion, but that's good enough. And 1 pound of hamburger, and I think it might be a 4 ounce cream cheese. I'm not sure. I will I'll look at the recipe and let you know. But cream cheese anyway, and some mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese. And that is it for this recipe. And in just a moment, I will set it up. Okay, so I'm heating up the pan, and I'm got a pot of water boiling. And I preheated my oven to 350. So here we go. You first take the hamburger and slap it on here if I can. It's ready to go. Come on, clink it off. This is very hard to do one hand, I have to tell you. It's very difficult. Okay. And then you also put the onions on. I'm going to take this little thing here and that's it. Usually I have, oh my god, I usually have this on a stand, and I probably will in a minute. I just have to get it together. Okay, I'm going to go get my stand, just to make things easier to do. So just to recap, let's see here. Actually, I have to turn my camera. I don't think I can do it while it's on here. So alright, I'm back. So I didn't really think about that very well. That was okay. So I'm mixing the onions and the hamburger so they can cook, and I'm going to add some salt and pepper. This wasn't in the recipe, but I think it won't hurt to add a little bit of salt and pepper, so I'm going to do that now. I did this last time and I liked it better, so just a little bit of seasoning. Okay, that's good. So basically you just let this cook until it browns and the onions are, tender, which will take, a few minutes. So I'm doing that. I'm going to turn up the heat just a bit to help it along while this is boiling, the water. And it hasn't boiled yet, so okay, I did that. I'm going to let it just cook for a bit. Alright, I'm going to throw some stuff away. So that's 1 pound of hamburger and like a small onion chopped up, and salt and pepper. That's all I've got in there so far. Alright. Let me put stuff away while I get an opportunity to. Alright. And now I'm going to grab a little bowl or something. If I can. Alright. Okay. So I think I might try to move you over this way. So look at what I'm doing on this side. Turn you around. There we go. And let's see if I can do this. Okay, so I have this. Can't see it. Can't see it. There we go. Yep. Still can't see it. I don't know. I was trying to make this work. There. I have my. There we go. That's about as good as I can't seem to get it all the way in the frame, which is kind of too bad. But anyway, okay. I'm gonna get my can opener, and I'm gonna make the other stuff you're supposed to put in it at the moment, which is the can of enchilada sauce. And I'm just gonna dump this into this whole thing here, like that. And then I usually put this whole jar of salt. This is double the amount I think it calls for, but I usually dump it all in. So, because it's by the time I get a cup out of this, it's not much less. So I just dump it all in. I probably won't need all of it. Anyway, so just stir this. You can see it. Okay. And that is the sauce to put on the bottom and over your shells. Okay, now I'm stirring the beef. That's that's pretty much all you do. You just had to combine those, set them aside. Okay, so I'm gonna move you guys again. Whee! Okay, so where we were before, which is right here. So there. Alright. So I'm just mixing the beef, and the water's not even close to boiling. I should have probably boiled it first. But that's okay. It's not really a big deal. Okay. Oops. Oh, I dropped some onions. So I'm just basically going to brown this. There's nothing to watch, nothing to see. It's pretty standard. So I'll come back when I do the next. Okay, so this is browned really good and everything is great. I turned the heat down a little bit just because I didn't want anything to burn, especially when I add the cream cheese, because I'm worried that it would burn if I add the cream cheese. So I'm just going to take this envelope of taco seasoning and I'm going to add it to that. That's about 2 tablespoons. I measured it out once, so I'm going to mix that in with the hamburger. And then I'm just going to add the cream cheese now. And you just stir it until it like combines. Ooh, it's very soft right now. So, yep. And I think for this part of it, I'm going to use a spoon and not a other thing. So you just try to combine it. This is the fun part. Because it doesn't really stir very well, I'll have to say. I'm going to put the temperature on lower though. Like, kind of lower. Because I don't want anything to burn. We just need it warm enough to melt the cheese and mix it together. So, and there is a tip, because I'm using the 12-ounce package of shells instead of the 8-ounce. So somebody has suggested to make a double batch, so it fills all the shells. Because it doesn't. I have to tell you, first time I did it, you know, because I hadn't seen, they didn't make a smaller package of those shells. It comes in 12-ounce, at least the store I went to, and I mean, I could have left some not cooked, but I'm like, eh. So it didn't fill all the shells. It filled a good amount of them, but it didn't fill all of them. So I just put some in without filling. I don't know, because if you have some and there's some that aren't filled, you can combine them, they'll be alright. So nobody in my family really noticed. So so just to tell you, if you want all of those shells filled, if you have a 12-ounce package or a larger than an 8-ounce, you need to double this recipe, just to make sure you have enough filling. But like I said, for the few shells that were left, it just didn't matter to us. So, you know, you put enough sauce and cheese on them, who cares? It still tastes good. Yeah, I have to say, your pan gets really dirty though. That's the only problem with this recipe. Ugh, the pan is so hard. Not fun to clean after, but you know, it's okay. Alright, so this is mixed in really good. So I am putting this on low because I do not want any more mess on my pan here, for one thing. So I'm going to leave it like that. So this is completely ready to go to be used for filling. I'm going to keep it over here, in fact. And now my water is finally starting to boil. Yay! I definitely should have done that beforehand, but it's alright. It's all good. You know, it's all good. So I'm giving it just a few minutes. No, not a few minutes. Few seconds. There, it's starting to get a really good boil now. So I'm going to put, just want to get it a really good boil. Do a really good rolling boil there. Okay. I'm going to dump these in. Oh, carefully dump those in. Okay. And I'm going to put the timer on for 10 minutes because they said to cook it for 10 minutes. you know, you just want them al dente. You don't want them completely done. So that's what I did. I'm trying to clean up as I go. I'm trying to be good that way. I'm not always good that way. I try to be. Okay. So I'm stirring the shells. I'm going to let them cook now. Boil or whatever. For 10 minutes. And the filling is done. The sauce is done. And I am ready to do the next step. So I will come back. Because you don't really want to watch water boil or, you know, pasta boil. How boring. So I'll be back with the next step. Hello. So I'm back. So I have the sauce, I have the pan prepared. I just sprayed it lightly with oil. And then I'm going to put half of the sauce on here. I really hope I didn't use too much of it. I might have. Okay. Get a spreader. Careful. I'm going to get a spreader. I'm going to try to spread it well in there. Alright, I'm going to put that over there. Alright, so I rinsed, drained and rinsed the shells are up here. So I'm going to take a tablespoon, this is roughly like a tablespoon. Just take a little bit of the meat and stuff and stuff it in the shell here. Then you place it right in the sauce in the pan. And then you just repeat forever and ever. Now you just repeat until you used up all the meat mixture or your shells are gone. But the shells, like I said, you'd have to double this to use up all the shells. So I'll do a few of these and then we'll just come back. How boring. I don't know if people like to watch. I mean, if I watch cooking videos, I actually like to watch the whole process. I do. But I just, I don't know if people really want to watch it. So, and that way it makes for a shorter video too. So it's not as long. But yeah, you get the idea. You stuff them and you put them on here. I mean, it's pretty much all you do. So, but this is pretty easy. It's not. There's a few steps, but it's not really difficult steps. Except when the shell doesn't want to cooperate, then it gets a little messy, of course. But I mean, it's not. It's really not that hard. Oh, that one's kind of broke. That one didn't work. So yep, I'm gonna just continue to stuff. That's all I'm gonna do until it's all done. Yeah. So I guess, because I really don't even know what to talk about. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So the next step is I had filled all of these shells, and there was actually not that many left over because some of them are broken stuff. So I just squished them in among them. So it's okay. It's like I said, when sauce and cheese is on it, who's gonna know? So anyway, so what they say is you add the rest of the sauce on the top. And I probably added too much sauce on the bottom. This is really not that much sauce. I should have divided it a lot more even, but that's okay, I guess. I'll just spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it. The best I can, anyway. I'll try to get some of that for over here. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. It's not terrible. Terrible. It's not terrible. Okay. Alright. Once you spread that, then you take tin foil. And I just scared the cat. Okay, so just cover it with tin foil. My oven's all set to 350. Excuse me, Lego. You gotta move. Excuse me. Lego, move. Okay. And just put it in the oven at 350 degrees, and I'm going to time it for 30 minutes. So you keep it in there for 30 minutes. And once that's done, I'll take it out and do the next step. Okay, so I baked this for 30 minutes and it just came out of the oven. I'm going to remove the tin foil because I don't believe you need the tin foil afterward. And so now I just add my cheeses, and I just put some cheese on it. That's basically what I do. I don't measure it. But I'm going to put a link in the description box of the recipe. So if you want to do it exactly how it is, then feel free. So yeah, so I am just putting some cheese on, various amounts here, on the top. So you gotta do the cheddar. That's good enough for the cheddar. And then you put the mozzarella on. mozzarella. Just like that. There we go. That's good. Okay, and then you stick it back in the oven for 15 minutes, or until cheese is nice and melted, and then that'll be it. Alright, so I'm going to put the timer back on 15 minutes. There we go. And when that comes out, I will show you the final result. Alright, so I just pulled it right out of the oven. It's all bubbly and hot. The cheese are melted, so I'm going to serve some of it in this dish here. Ooh. Hi, Lego. This isn't for you, Lego. A couple more shells if I can. Woo! There, that's good. Actually, stringy cheese. Okay. So, I'm gonna try this over just to show you that is the final result. So we're just gonna have it with salad. So that's it. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up, and feel free, if you're new to my channel, to subscribe. I do recipe videos, craft videos. I do reborns on Thursdays and grocery hauls and things like that. So if you're interested, feel free to subscribe. Alright, everybody, have a great day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.